Hey guys, I'm SlaveToTheGames, and we're back here with week 4 of the Scum patches and everything else that we can muster, because sometimes, like this week, we have very little patch notes to go over. In this case, it's basically what I myself and Syntax Toxie ended up finding that was quite hidden where it was. It's basically just what they made changes to the Deagle and other things, but we'll go over the whole entire list through this video. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to follow us. And if you're on YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe to me, and also check out my friend Syntax Toxie on Twitch, because him and I stream every single day. Our main click right now is Scum, so obviously if you're interested in anything Scum related, that's us. But we also do other games as well occasionally, and recently, Syntax Toxie is currently doing a charity event. So if you want to stop by and make some donations to help that out, that'd be great. Syntax Toxie, you want to talk about anything before we start?
And just to clarify, finding the info for me meant to go into the Discord of the official Scum game, and that's it. I was quite busy lately.
I had to go into the Steam community forums, and then I had to go and like look through everything to make sure, like, what if something changed, what if something didn't change, and you know, basically that's all it entailed. Okay, so to start it off, oh, never mind. Did you have something to say?
Basically what you wanted to say.
Oh, okay. To start it off, I found something that was a little bit more interesting, but we'll go over that after, because I think this is something that you and I and everybody else would want to know. But we will go off on the hot fix that happened, and this one is basically they fixed the bug where the Deagle magazine was not spawning. So
wait,
yes.
Aren't we starting with the patch notes first?
Yeah, this is it. It's very small. It's literally a hotfix patch note. It's not even justified as a patch note. It's a hotfix. Look for hotfix patch 0.1.17.8875, September 20th, 2018.
But wasn't September 8th? Wait, what?
Nope. This was not something we went over, because that would be this Sunday we would have went over.
No. But September 18th. The patch from Tuesday. You skipped it over.
Did I? Let's go back real quick to September. Oh, okay, got it. Got it. Okay, the 18th. I didn't see that one. See, they're hidden, bro. We have to find them. I just went down. I was like, okay, that's the only one. Okay, so anyways, back up on that, guys. Various client-server performance tweaks. I mean, that's self-explanatory. I'm sure we all like that. Moving on to the next one.
No.
Oh,
Tell me, what is it? I don't know what it is. Tell me.
So, the game works, but better.
Good one.
There we go. They added Atlas LODs for Factory Hanger 01, and they cleaned up the old files. It's going to perform better. Just for you. Am I going to have to do this for every single one? The projectile initial lifespan is reduced to 6 seconds now.
Indeed, and I see they also increased the server tick rate. I really have no fucking clue what that even means.
Neither do I, dude. So one of you guys surely understands. I don't. Comment below if you do understand, though.
Comment below.
Okay, so we'll kind of do something to where we both talk about it. We'll go one after another, starting from now. They added Atlas and Bake LODs. I don't know what Bake LODs are. For Silo Factory and Hanger to Chimney Bridge, and they edited the materials, adding textures. So.
LODs usually have something to do with distant textures, if I'm not mistaken. And the baked one is one that's baked. There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the next one, if you may.
Yeah, and after that, they also added new atlases and recreated all new LODs for jail entrance building. Bridge 01, 02, 03.
Okay.
So basically the same thing.
They added refinery elements, added extra LODs, distant city optimization. So basically, you know, the same thing we've been saying for the past 4 times, just in a different area.
And also added Atlas slots for Jail Workshop. Yay.
They added a silver version of the Deagle .50 and the .357 that can be found through the world now.
Thank you. You know how I said how I hate the golden one.
You didn't want the golden one.
Yeah. Have you actually tried it any much?
I have. I like it. I mean, it feels like a free gun, and I personally don't want it to be there all the time, just because it gives you a free gun. Like, I mean, granted, it runs out, but hey, I'm not really a fan of the whole golden and silver and platinum stuff myself, so I'd like it if it was just black.
It's gonna be available till the 25th.
So 2 days.
Yeah. And after the 25th, as far as I know, it's not gonna be available anymore. Okay. You won't be able to get it at all.
Oh.
Maybe in the future, you know, like commemorating something or celebrating something, maybe that way. But so far, no way.
Okay, that's kind of unfortunate, taking out a gun completely.
I don't think, as I said, I don't think it's gonna be taken out completely. Well, it's probably gonna be added back.
Okay.
Or this or that. And after that, they fixed a bug where it was possible to add an item to a container inside a container. E.g., backpack inside a backpack. Should fix an item duplicating exploit.
Yeah.
I actually saw that people could put backpacks in backpacks, but when I tried it, I could not.
Yeah, like I told you about, remember when we had the discussion where I said that Escape from Tarkov allowed you to do that? And I thought that was a cool way to do this, granting the size of the weight of the backpack and everything in the backpack, you know? But I guess they didn't stick with that, and they just decided to completely take it out and then make it to where you could only have one backpack and not stack others. I thought it would have been fine either way if they made it to where the weight still affected it, you know? Just like when we discussed about if we could put stuff in a giant kitchen pot.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. They added admin command set time to control the server time for any of you who own servers, us included.
Yeah, for how long?
Your voice kind of did, yeah. How long?
Yeah, after that we have disabled place adjustment with the scroll wheel and inventory. Pace.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, okay, that's good. That one should be self-explanatory. It just controls your pace. They added the Deagle to event loadout, so you can use it in the events, guys, and you can also use the silver one in the events as well.
Only the silver one.
Oh, only the silver one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You cannot select the golden one. You can just select the silver one.
Okay.
After that, actions which need a selected item should by default take that item in hands into account. You do not need to select the item in your hands anymore to perform various actions. Fire starting, can opening, etc. But the corresponding item for the action still needs to be in hands.
Okay.
Well,
makes sense.
Yeah, basically, and that's about it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it. I like it. I mean, it's just a new change that, in our opinions, just goes with the game as well. So, moving on, we'll go with the disabled prisoner visibility hiding in first-person view, if not camouflage. Players won't pop invisible/visible randomly in first person anymore. So if you were playing the game in first person, that's what would happen. You'd see your person just kind of disappear, appear, and it'd do that sometimes, kind of ruining your camouflage. Yeah.
That's a bit dumb.
It is.
Yeah.
I play strictly in first person.
I actually switched to playing only in first person, but I haven't really noticed it, to be honest.
Well, you're in first person, so you wouldn't see yourself disappear. And it only happens when you're in first person. Yeah.
For that, we have the tweaked footsteps attenuation. Lower the radius of footstep sounds.
I like
this. Awesome for stealth.
Yeah, because you can hear people just moving, like, down all the way across the building or something like that. I'm looking over there because you're over there. But, basically, you could hear footsteps extremely easy.
You're here.
There we go. Okay, no. You're here for me.
Yeah, for me, you are here and here.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're there and there. But
Yeah,
going
there
on
you
from
go.
that, the landscape C4D4 grass flush cache is basically they fixed the bug where on D4 was no foliage. Now there is. I actually saw this. Basically, you'd walk in and just be flat ground with green and grass. And yeah, I know I skipped one. Ignore it and go back to it.
Added distinct sound to grenades when they impact with the ground.
I like that.
So basically, when it hits the ground, good, probably, and that's it.
Yep.
Okay then.
The prison added extra loot packages / the cover over it. So now there's actually more places you can loot, and you can actually see some with some covers over the boxes now.
I actually went to the prison.
Yeah?
When I was online last time, I was a bit disappointed.
I've never actually gone to the prison yet. Like the actual prison.
I've been there, and A, the sentries are quite easily avoided. There's more than enough cover to avoid them. And B, I didn't really get much loot, to be honest. So.
Oh, crap. You know what? I realized one thing.
Huh?
1 second. Pause, everyone.
The hell did you do?
Did not loop my game feedback, so they just see our faces. That's what I did. Go to editor. Sorry, guys. This is going to be a quick break. I can't believe I didn't actually loop that. Let's see. Loop. Boom. There we go, guys. My bad. I know that that ruined the camera for a second. But, yeah. There we go. That must have been boring, only looking at one thing. There we go. There we go. And we're good. Fixed. So, moving on from that, did you speak the last one when I interrupted you and said to hold on a second? You're muted again, Syntax voice.
You know.
Oh, okay. Did you already do the fixed collision one?
No.
Okay.
But here we go. Fixed collision on barracks where you were stuck in it? What the fuck?
Yeah, you just get stuck in the barracks as you're trying to run into like a wall or run over something. There's some areas where you would actually get stuck.
Well, if they say so.
And now...
Okay,
Oh!
Go.
Okay, now I actually have some things where I ended up having to look for this. And it was more of what the developers themselves have pretty much sent a message saying like what they've been doing, why certain things have been what, some more future plans, etc. And I kind of wanted to go over this list. If you want, we could take a quick second, and I can tell you how to get there so you can look at it too, and we can still cycle between it. Or I could just read off the list. It's up to you. Okay, whichever one you want to do.
Just pick one and go with it.
I don't like choosing. I'm asking you.
Neither do I. Especially, actually, you read it because I'm happily talking to the wife anyway.
Okay, so basically, off this, it was pretty much them all sending it to everybody else so we know what was going on. And the first one is that the launch was crazy because of hackers, DDoS attacks being the main problems that they were dealing with. At one stage, they had 1 gigabyte coming into the master server via DDoS attacks. So that's been slowing things down because they have to deal with that. They only have 5 programmers and 1 master server for now. And then the office space is limited, and they're looking for a new one and hiring more people for the team. And a lot of the features that are there that we heard about, etc., are disabled or removed due to hackers and the need to slowly test things instead of 100 of the things that we already know coming out at once. They're doing it very slowly because they have lots of things, and only 30% of the features exist in the game at the moment. So, you know, you can thank the hackers and the DDoS attacks for slow progress. All of you are dirties.
Hey, I already read that as well somewhere. I think it was on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Twitter, I believe. And I have you mentioned last time that they plan to slow down even more with the updates, not just hacker related, but they want to deliver quality content, not quantity.
Yep.
Because the problem is, if you release a bunch of stuff into the game quickly, half of it is probably going to be broken as fuck. So they have come to a decision. This is not 100% final yet,
Yeah.
but they are hoping that they would rather let out one patch a month and not one patch a week, as they said they would. But they would do it like that in order to make it polished, make it balanced enough, and to make it in a lot better state than it would be in a week. And but in that monthly patch, there would be more content, more updates than there would be in a weekly patch. So I think it kind of balances it out.
Yeah, I definitely agree that I want quality content over quantity. I definitely, obviously, if I could have it the best way, we'd all choose quantity and quality, but we can't. Like, we have to have them do it at their pace so that they know that they're doing the game right, making the features correctly, and they have less problems to deal with when they release these. Obviously, there's still going to be problems when they release stuff, because with everything, like you were talking about, the more they release, the more problems they have to fix and deal with. So if they move at it at a slower pace, they'll be able to do it a little bit better and not completely break our game when the updates do come out. At the same time, I definitely think that because of this, the 1 year at least is what they said for the early access. I think it's going to be a little bit longer than that, honestly. And that's fine with me, too. Like, I don't mind it being longer, because I'm here for the long haul of the game. It just means that we're basically going to have monthly patch notes. And then if we still do a weekly thing, it'll probably be what people will. I'll probably ask you, because I actually came up with an idea of maybe looking at what people are wanting from the game and just kind of talk about these things each week. And then if that does happen, we can do our monthly about patch notes then, still keeping our weekly going while still talking about the patch notes. And it still gives us content related to Scum, and we could just talk about these features that other people are coming up. I was thinking we'd even sit there and name off their Steam name and be like, okay, Milo suggested this. Yep.
So basically, we would be doing what we did pre-release.
Pretty much, yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, it keeps us relevant. It keeps us consistently going. And I was going to ask you if that's something you still were interested in wanting to do, if that was the case with the monthly patches.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll have to first see what they plan to do. Because for now, it's still a weekly patch. So, yeah. For now, we have the patches to go through, but as far as I can see, it's going to be a lot smaller amount per week. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, considering the first week, because of obvious reasons, there was a lot more than now. And then because of all, like I said, the DDoS attacks, the hackers, and a little side note, they've already banned 5,000 people. Given a number.
I'm surprised it wasn't more, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because on Discord, a shit ton of people are constantly complaining on hackers. Yet, personally, I haven't come across a single one.
Well, I mean, I know I spend most of my time on our server, which is about to end, guys.
How long do we have?
A couple days to a week at most.
That's
all we have on our server, bro. It's a sad day.
Quite.
So, moving on from there. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Sounded like you were going to go somewhere with your words. So I was going to let you word them. Oh, well then word them.
Okay, so shall we continue with the hotfix?
Oh, yeah. This isn't the hotfix anymore. The hotfix is finished. We already finished the hotfix. Or the new hotfix. Which hotfix are you talking?
The September 20 hotfix. Okay, yeah.
You go from that, and then after that, we still have to go back to the one we were on, because we were on a different thing. That wasn't the hotfix. That was something else. Just letting you know. It was a message from the developers to us that I was reading. The hotfix.
Or you're not done with it?
No, there's more.
Oh, then
That's
Why
what
don't you
I was
bloody
gonna
well
do,
say so?
but you were like, huh? And I was like, oh no, you got words, but then it turned out it was the same thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
moving on, guys. Smoking is gonna be in the game, so you're actually gonna be able to smoke the cigarettes you find. You know, for any of you who want to do that, it's a thing that's cool to have in the game because the cigarettes are there, but something I'm not really gonna do in the game. What about you?
I think it's wasted potential. They're
Uh,
wasting time making the animations, they're wasting time making the assets, coding it into the game and everything, while they could be doing something a bit more important, to be
well,
honest.
you do get increased focus while smoking the cigarette. Yeah, there are some benefits. I mean, there's negatives, and you can get addicted, and you'll need them to survive. After getting addicted, but you do get benefits from smoking the cigarette.
But aren't we all, when you create your character, addicted to cigarettes?
Well, yeah, but when the character's advanced customization is out more, you're gonna either be able to choose or it's gonna assign you something random. It's not always gonna be that.
I still doubt people are gonna smoke much.
No, I think
if they get that.
I think if they do, it's gonna be the role-playing servers.
Yeah, only that, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends how much it's gonna improve the focus. I could see definitely some camping scum sniper using it.
I think that if they do this, one of the side effects needs to be decrease in stamina. It's a realistic thing,
Ooh, how about since I already predict it's gonna be used for snipers?
Yeah.
How about it gives better focus? So basically, when he's sniping, he can focus a little bit better, but he cannot hold his breath as good or as long.
That's a good one as well. But another thing I forgot to mention is that when you are having a withdrawal, your hands actually shake more.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
They're also gonna have alcohol effects too. So if you're an alcoholic, so they'll have like the drawbacks and pros of being an alcoholic. Whenever you have alcohol, your hands become more steady because of like the addiction, and then also you'll be stronger. I believe like you'll hit harder when you're drunk versus if you're not, or some shit like that, some stuff like that. Moving on from that is they are thinking about possibly adding slippery surfaces to the game to where you'll actually be able to slip on, say, rainwater or something. What do you think about that?
I like that one, to be honest.
I think it's great as long as it's not like I think if it has that, it needs to be like what you're wearing versus like a 30% chance or even a 20% chance to slip. Because I don't want it to be something where you're slipping all the time, unless it's like you're running on ice.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll read another one while he's talking, and we'll go back to that. Never mind. Oh, yes, I will. Okay. So the house fortification. Oh! This is a big one, Syntax. House fortification is going to be in the next big patch, apparently. This is not great news for everybody. And then vehicles are going to be not long after that. That means it's happening soon, guys. Like, God, I can't wait for the next big patch now. Moving on from there, we're going to go to fortifying doors and windows is only at first. Oh, you're back?
Yeah.
Were you able to hear everything? I'll repeat. It's fine. This is big news. House fortification is going to be in the next big patch. God dang. We have to wait a second, guys. Okay, so as I was saying, house fortification is going to be in the next big patch, and vehicles will be following soon after.
Basically means I don't have to play the next patch that's coming. I need to play the patch after that. Okay.
What? House fortification, bro? What about fortifying that town you wanted to fortify?
Lake house. Church.
Okay.
I need my boat to get there. But I think it's gonna be pretty basic probably at the start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I don't know if it's actually gonna be useful enough, That's my problem. because until you can actually lock the goddamn door, it's not gonna be useful.
Yeah. You will, though, like they said after that, is fortify doors, windows only at first, but then sandbags around your house and traps will be later. So you will be able to fortify the windows and doors right now. So, I mean, that kind of works, right? I mean, so the doors and windows keeps people from getting in. Because there's no other way to get inside buildings except for the doors and windows. So if you can fortify
how the fuck
it,
do
that's
you
what we're
get
starting
in?
with. The windows and doors! So if
But then they can also get in.
Well, yeah, but you fortify it, and then you have to destroy that before they can get in.
But how do you then get out? Or in if it's fortified?
But you open it or something. Like, maybe the fortifications for the door is locking it. Like, why would it allow you to fortify the door and window if you can't open it after you fortify it? Oh, what
exactly
if that's
my point.
What if that's the basic, though? Because what if, like, at first it's implemented to where, like, you could fortify windows and doors, but it's used more as, like, a safety precaution for when you log off in a base. So now you can log off in a base and keep your stuff protected, but the downside is you can only use it at the beginning when you're inside it to log off. Do you think they're going to do that, or do you think they're going to allow you to have a lock as well at the beginning?
I seriously doubt there's going to be a lock of any kind. What I think is more of a fortification kind, where you barge the doors and windows with planks and nails.
Okay, going from there, the vehicles are going to start most likely with unlimited fuel. Fuel and broken fixable cars will come after. And assuming that they say probably will start with it, that means that in the end, they're going to have it to where you need to consume fuel to use your vehicles, which is something I agree with completely. Imagine breaking down in the middle of a base, driving by it as a sentry comes down and sees you.
Oh, yeah, that would be bloody awesome.
Leave the area. I'm trying. After that, they're gonna catching bugs and recreating them. Hard, very hard. A player 10 kilometers away from you may do something that affects you. So catching the bugs, kind of like that butterfly effect, where they say that joke where, like, if you crush a butterfly in America, something will happen in Japan, and if you crush a butterfly in Japan, something will happen in America. Like, do you think it's something like that?
I have no clue, and I honestly don't see how the bloody hell that's supposed to work. The only thing that comes to mind is, for instance, when they put save zones in the game. Imagine they also this is something that was suggested already in the official Discord, when they also add convoys of cargo and similarly. So the only thing how I can see it affecting somebody is, let's say this is you at point A.
Yeah.
This is point B where the safe zone is, shall we say.
Okay.
And in the middle is point C, where a random player that doesn't have shit to do with anything is. You attack a convoy at point A, you kill the guards, but the guards manage to radio in to the safe zone that they need backup.
Okay.
And the backup goes near player at location C. They see a player, they bloody well shoot him.
Okay.
Then go to the convoy. So that's kind of the only way I see it being able to affect.
But this is catching bugs and recreating them. Now, my question is, like, if it's like catching bugs, I get that. But what is, like, recreating them? Does that have to do something with those? How it said there will be bio weapon or bio weaponized bugs flying around. Do you think I should be able to recreate them? Is that, like, because it says recreate? Like, do you think this is just like bad terminology or bad wording, or do you think you'll actually this has something to do with that?
As I said, it would need to be something a lot bigger, like the convoy and safe zone thing, to actually affect people that don't have anything to do with it.
Okay,
the only thing that comes to mind is maybe if by bugs they actually meant drones, but they didn't want to be specific.
Okay, I was thinking that like last note before we move on from there, because there's a lot. Is that maybe you'll be able to tame the bug? You know how, like, the animal handling thing, maybe you'll be able to use a bug as your companion and use it to scout or something? Because they did talk about handling animals to scout. So maybe this is what they mean by capturing and then recreating them. Again, though, this is just all like us theorizing, guys. Just like, you know, we said what they said, and now we're just guessing at what they could mean by this. None of this is confirmed other than what they said that they'll be doing, and even that makes little sense to myself and probably to you as well. This is just us taking a wild guess.
I don't know. Anything that mentions bugs. The only bugs that I can imagine in the game are the bad ones, like glitches and shit.
Moving on from that is puppets are going to be added into the military bases that you see around, / puppies. Hey, by the way, people are calling it that. But anyways, people are actually calling it that. I've seen people call it that. I'm like, yes.
Awesome.
But anyways,
awesome.
The puppies will be inside military bases eventually. Again, I think that's a nice addition. You know, populating the world a little bit more is always amazing in my mind.
Aren't they already? Or are you talking about bunkers?
Like the ones that are not bunkers, like actual military bases outside in the woods that you find, where there's like military tents and camp areas.
You actually mean the hunting camps, okay?
Yeah. And then other, like anywhere else, so they will be in bunkers as well, etc. Free cam being added back to single player. So for everybody who was enjoying that beforehand, it's back now. It's a wing for me. Server optimization coming, so lag and desync. Not a network problem. It's servers getting overloaded with workload. Getting advice / help from Epic Games on this, and a new version of the Unreal Engine 4 will help with this. They're getting that in a week or so. Work is already starting on it, maybe 2 weeks until the release of it. They're not on the main branch of the Unreal Engine 4 engine and changing it all the time to accommodate the Scum game. Now, some of this stuff may also already be in the works, or some of it may still be a while from there. This is just everything we're going over from what they themselves are saying. Obviously, this is all subject to change, but this is all still pretty cool stuff that we're learning about right now, at least in my opinion. I don't think there's too much to say on that last one, so I'll move right to the next one. That's a lot of content is already created. They have more content creators than programmers right now. So, like I said earlier, the programming needs to catch up to the content creators. So things are being developed, but it needs to be put into the game and implemented correctly right now, which is why they're hiring more people so that they can try and do that. That's self-explanatory as well, wouldn't you think?
Didn't you hear me?
No, I didn't hear you. Hence the over-exaggerated look.
Never mind, you know, I have problems with my goddamn microphone, so...
Okay. Lots more cooking recipes are already done. Until the measures in the database, the materials just need to be matched up, so they work together and they will be added. So anyone who likes cooking, look forward to that. Eating raw food is soon going to be bad for you. It will poison you. You will be required to cook it, whereas now you can't. You can just eat it like the heathen you are. Syntax.
That's something I love. You remember that I always hated eating raw meat.
And then I'd eat it all the time.
A godsend.
More weapons are coming to the game, obviously, and
finally,
one of them...
M4, M16, something, please.
...is the
Scar.
bow.
Oh, I like that as well.
Yeah.
I really like that as well.
They didn't specify what other weapons are coming. They just mentioned the bow.
Did you actually follow me on Twitter?
No, but I can after this. Did you follow me on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay.
And I posted something Scum related, what I want to see in Scum, but now you cannot see it because you don't have me there. You
I'll do that.
Bastard. And I can't show it because if I try to show... Oh, actually, I can't. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. So while you're doing that, I'll move over to Complex. Ballistics are already in the game, obviously. So they're just mentioning that. I don't know why they mention it other than just to tell you that it is there. So basically moving on, the explosives and explosive weapons will be coming, but that's not going to be until much later. RPGs and other rocket launchers are coming as well. So yay. Can't wait to use that on a robot or a horde of puppies.
I'm not a fan of RPGs and similar stuff, so...
But think about it. When people start getting vehicles and stuff like that, it'll help you take them out. It'll be better for robots, other things that will be added. Moving on from that one, There's going to be more character cosmetic choices coming, faces, etc. Females will be coming. Obviously, we already knew all this, but they're just reinstating it, that they're still going to be doing that. You will be able to hack and control mechs. It's confirmed. You'll be able to control the mechs. Yes, the airport will be mine.
It was already stated.
No, it was never stated, confirmed that you'd be able to control the mechs. It was stated that you'll be able to hack into drones and possibly hack into mechs. It was never confirmed that you'd be able to control them.
It was.
Really? When was that? Because we've never gone over that before.
Mechs.
They're not the same thing. We never went over it before. I can tell you that for a fact.
Well, then I bloody well read it somewhere, but yeah, it was said that you would be able to hack into both of them.
Well,
but,
I knew you could hack into both of them. It's just controlling them. Like, I knew you'd be able to use the drone for something, but it never specified what.
Yeah, they did not specify what. They actually did say that you will probably be able to scout with the drone.
Nope. Scouting was used for animal handling. They never confirmed for the drone. They confirmed drone as well. Scouting was really. I didn't read that one.
I think it was also for the drone as well. I think, but most of the things that I mentioned was from chat between mods, devs, and regular users in the Scum official server.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I mean, now it's definitely 100% confirmed. It's no longer just people, us reading it and taking a guess and assuming you'll be there. It's now 100% confirmed. You'll be able to hack and control mechs as well as drones, puppies, and other players for a short time. How do you feel about the other players part? Also, you're muted.
I'm not muted. It's my damn microphone.
There you go. Okay.
A, check your Discord.
Okay.
And B, it was a given that you would be able to hack other people because.
That's dope. Well, yeah. But it was assumed that you'd be able to do it, but like basically because they had BCU, people could theorize that they do it. But now it's confirmed. I'm asking you, what do you think of it being confirmed?
I expected it to. It was natural to be in game, so I don't feel anything surprising by it. But I'm thinking about how and what they mean to do with it.
Basically,
if you're gonna be,
there's two things I know that's confirmed for it that I can answer for you, and that's one, it would be shutting off their HUD. Two, EMPs, which is essentially doing the same thing, but it would make it to where they can't really see as well. Messes with your everything. And then the other one would be causing your BCU to explode or turn off, which would then cause you to die because it's turned off.
No.
No, that is confirmed. No. Yeah.
No, I don't want that. That's bullshit.
But it's confirmed. It's definitely coming.
Bullshit.
Oh, really? It's just gonna suck when it happens to you. So
yeah.
Do you think that you'll have to? Do you think that the turning off your BCU is something that once they do, you have to then use your own programming skill or one of your teammates' programming skill to hack back in and turn it back on before the time, like a timer comes down, before they like explode your head or something?
Maybe in that case, if you had a timer, but.
Also, you got to think, how are they going to do the programming? Like, how are they going to hack it? Do they have to create a device? Because if they have to do it, if it's long range, then it'll be super easy. But, like, is there going to be a fail-safe? You know, what if they fail? Can they just keep re-hacking until then? Are we going to know they're hacking us? Like,
you're probably going to get some kind of a alert if there is a fail.
And then also, if they hack and you have programming, can you counter their hacking?
Honestly, I don't imagine that they would make it that you need to, you know, put a fucking wire or something in the dude's BCU. It's probably gonna be wireless transmission. Yeah, wireless hacking and stuff like that. But they will probably have to be quite close to you to actually do it. I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think if they did it wired.
No, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
because
be able to sneak up properly. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking they would do it wirelessly, and you would probably have to be like within 10, 15, maybe a maximum of 20 meters from the person you're trying to hack in.
Honestly, I think as far as controlling other players go with this, I think the most you're going to be able to do is to deactivate their BCU or deactivate their HUD, like turning it off or deactivating their HUD. I think that's the worst you'll be able to do. Because anything else after that becomes something extremely complex, where you have to make it to where either they can counter the attack or they can turn it back on. It's a complex system, and I'm not going to say if they do it, it's not going to be good, because if they do it, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. But I think that's going to be the basic of it.
The whole fucking game is complex as shit. The whole game has several fucking layers of how you fucking poop. If you're gonna poop out a desert eagle or a fucking pineapple, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
Okay, but you at least get what I mean.
Yeah.
They're going to be adding missions to certain places on the map, obviously. We know that, but they're reconfirming it again. Special corporate loot airdrops will be implemented in the game. So think PUBG airdrops that are going to be dropped that you'll be able to get good gear and stuff from, and then everybody will be able to see it and fight over.
Or think Syntax loot boxes. Because I mentioned it even before I know fucking PUBG scrubbish.
I noted. I was like, you know, there should be there should be airdrops like PUBG is one of the quotes I said beforehand. I said that.
Yeah, but
you said it too.
But I said it before I even knew PUBG had shit like that.
Oh, well, still, we were both on the right track.
Yeah, and I think then Kako.net told me, so you want to turn it into PUBG? I was like,
yeah, and we were both like, no.
Why? No, I was like, why? Because I hadn't had an idea. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay. Lots of plans for medical skills. They've got advice from ex-US Ranger who was a medic. So, look forward to that. Anyone who wants to be a medic. I know I definitely want to be a medic in this game. Definitely. It's something that when it comes out, I will be putting points into. Yeah. VR, so a Battle Royale type play is happening at the moment. But overall game focus will be on survival. So for all of you people who like Battle Royale games, you got your wish. It's
probably just gonna be some kind of an event.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be a Battle Royale event, or it might even be a separate server, because to be honest, that would be hard. Because the Battle Royale on it, like obviously, actually they could do this, because if they do the Battle Royale, they do it classic style like PUBG, Fortnite, Blackout, etc. They get sent into the map, they drop wherever they want, and then the circle closes in and it kills them. Now, for the people who are not in the event, they can still kill the people in the event and vice versa. But the people who are in the event are going to have to be forced to keep going into this circle. So it's not like they can go wherever they want on the map. They can go wherever they want in the circle as it continues. So if they do the Battle Royale and still do that, I'm actually a fan of it being implemented like the rest of the events are in the world. Because that's still good. And like you said, when you drop in, the only thing is that they'll have to worry about countering is when they drop in for the Battle Royale, if they start with nothing like in all the other Battle Royales, they have to find gear that'll be randomly placed. Does that mean only the people in the event will be able to see randomly spawned gear and pick it up and then, you know, continue doing that? And then if so, they're probably going to do it to where if a person not in the event kills them, they're not going to drop their gear. They're just going to disappear like in the other events. So that people in the free world right now don't get free gear basically by doing that. It just is kind of something going on that you're going to have to worry about when doing the Battle Royale. Although I can also see them doing it the easier way and just having a separate server for Battle Royale. I don't think they should do that though, because I kind of feel like Battle Royale fans would kind of stay only in that server. And I want them to be in the regular.
I don't feel good about either of those two ideas.
Neither do I, but a lot of Battle Royale people wanted that to happen, and it's not like I hate Battle Royale. I'll probably play the mode a couple times, but I definitely think if they are going to they are doing it. When they implement it, it should be the fact that the Battle Royale is still in the event area and explained just like I just said it, because it works with the lore of the game, it works with what the game is, and I think that is going to be something that's different than the regular Battle Royals right now, adding that element of random people, puppies, and sentries still in the world. It's something that's still added. But moving on from that...
Okay, let's continue, yeah.
Okay, we got the same thing. No memory leak. It's client-side item queue that is causing it. They're working with Epic Games to solve this. So that's something that you'll like, Syntax.
That's awesome, because it means it's not the game itself, it's actually the engine itself, and they did not create the engine, so it means that it's not their fault, which is nice to know.
Yep. There'll be trading in fame points for stuff. So they still didn't specify.
Basically what we talked about
Yep.
and suggested and mentioned, be able to exchange your fame points at a merchant or similar at a safe zone.
Yep. And EMP grenades are going to be able to disable mechs for a time. So actual EMP grenades, not just hacking them. You'll be able to disable them for a certain amount of time.
Probably going to be a very, very short amount of time.
Yeah, probably like I think probably 10 to 15 seconds.
Even if, I'd say it's going to be probably less than 10 seconds.
I would disagree, just because you need time to actually be able to run or something from them. Although it could be at the beginning. Compass is coming. It's going to be craftable, so the current map will be removed, and maps will have to be found in the game, which I'm a fan of, but at the same time not a fan of. I'll explain why after finishing this. You're maybe going to have to find the map in pieces before you can have the whole map, which tedious, but cool. You will also have to have tools to navigate. Now, for this, the reason why I'm a fan of it is because it's realistic. You're not just going to spawn with a map. You're going to have to find the tools you need to be able to put the map together. And if they do it pieces or not, you either find the map and then you got it, and then you can lose it on death, or you find it in pieces. And that means when you spawn, here's the negative in my mind. When you spawn, you can't meet up with friends as easily now. That's the biggest negative I see. Because say I spawn at A2 and you spawn down at D or whatever, and we won't know exactly where we spawned unless we know like the terrain of the map, like the geography. If we know where we are and we see this house and we're like, okay, I know where this house is. Yeah, what's up?
It's gonna turn into the same damn thing that happened with DayZ.
Except for DayZ removed their maps.
Can I finish?
Yeah, continue.
How do you fucking play DayZ? Do you play it?
I did play it, yes, and you just have to stumble around until you find somebody. It's a communication thing. You say, okay, I'm here. Okay, well, I'm going to try to find there. That's pretty much how it is. There's no longer any maps in DayZ anymore, so you can't use them.
Yeah,
you have
I know there isn't.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I've played. The whole time I played, I never once used a in-game map.
Okay.
The point is, you spawn in, you run, you find a road, you follow the road or the rail, you find a road sign, and you go on an online map and see where that city is. The same goddamn thing is gonna happen in Scum, unfortunately. Yeah. And if you take a look, there's already now 4 or 5 different online maps for the game. So yeah.
Yeah, which in my mind is a negative and a positive. Like it's a double-edged sword for me personally.
Personally, I like the idea because even if you'll be able to, check an online map, navigate with it, you're still going to have a little fucking bit of navigation skill. You're gonna have to be able to check where the wind is blowing, where the sun is, where the sun rises and sets, and stuff like that, so you can calculate the sides of the world,
I mean,
northwest, east,
it's a
south.
lot simpler than that, because all you have to do is assume where you are on the map based on your terrain and then turn for it. It's a lot more simpler than how you described it, because that's how I've been doing it. I just find where I am, look on the map, see where I'm closest to, and then decide I need to turn a little bit left and then keep walking that way. It's not ridiculously hard to do, but like I said, just from what we have now implemented into the game versus the removal, for me, like I said, it would be a personal one. But moving on, we're going to go into the compass is going to be added so that you'll be able to use it. Like I said, lots of things will be related to hacking is happening right now as an anti-cheat. It says 1,000 people have already been banned, but it's actually up to 5,000 now. Like I mentioned earlier, not talking about it because it helps the hackers when they do. They're not going to explain exactly what they're doing or how they're finding it, because obviously if they do, hackers will be able to find ways to avoid that. They're releasing server files would make things worse, so that's not going to happen at the moment either. So pretty much what they're doing is they're kind of dark zoning this and taking out as many banners and hackers as they can, or not hackers and cheaters as they can, not banners. Direct reporting of cheaters and hackers is from in-game UI, which will be coming. So if you see somebody cheating, you will be able to report them in the game. Now, my only concern with this is what if somebody gets mad at you because you kill them and they lose their stuff? Because there's people who do this all the time. And then they're like, you know what, I'm reporting you for cheating even though you didn't cheat. are they going to be able to look into what happened to find out if you were? Or are they just going to straight up ban you? Like, that's a concern of mine.
A, they could already do it with the Discord cheaters online channel where they report cheaters, and B, I'm pretty sure there is some kind of a log on what happens on a server, and they will probably be able to check that log. I mean, I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But I think there probably should be some kind of a, log. This happened on the server.
Yeah.
Player X picked up a potato. Player Z shot a bullet. The bullet hit player B or whatever the hell,
Now,
some kind of a log should probably exist, so they would be able to use it.
Are you saying that the UI in-game has already been added? Because you said they okay. I was making sure, because you said something was already added for on Discord for anti-cheating, right?
Yeah, on Discord, the official Scum Discord server, there is a Cheaters Online text channel where you can leave the name and the server on where a cheater is.
Okay, and that's great for everybody to know, including you guys who are watching this. So hopefully if you do find a cheater or a hacker, you'll be able to put that in this Discord right now until the UI for in-game is released. Now, moving on, they're trying to work as quickly as possible, but things like loot box bugs are happening when they try to go too fast. So of course, they're, like you said and we mentioned before, they're slowing down a little bit to make sure quality content's coming out versus quantity. Safe zone medical bays are going to be added. So like you and I talked about a couple streams ago on talking about what they're going to do in the safe zone, this covers that and is now confirmed that there will be medical bays versus us just talking about it. Caves will be coming into the game. They said that he thinks there is one in the game right now with the last patch, but they're going to be adding more.
And I have rumors that one single cave in the game is near the dam, but I haven't been able to confirm it, so
maybe that's something we can try doing, kind of like get together and try to find it.
If nothing, at least that's what we could do for the last few days of our server.
Anyways, our sadness aside for losing our server, we'll at some point need to slow down with patches, like you said, 4 to 5 weeks between is what they're saying now. As things get more complex, it's a bigger risk of breaking something major, like you said. Nothing to go over that again. Looting through walls will be removed.
Somebody looks happy.
I hate that. Anyways, events will be changed to reflect the most popular event. So it'll show like most popular, etc. Self-explanatory. Blanks may be added, as in ammo that you can load into guns and give to other players to see if they're going to shoot you. Kind of way to see if you trust them or not. I think that's cool. Now, will they know about it though, or how will that work? Like, because if they pick it up, and look at the ammo, will they know it's a blank, or like, can you disguise it? Like, maybe that's the examining thing. Like, you have your examining skill will determine how much information of the item you'll be able to find out. So you can find out this is a shotgun shell, but if you have a higher examining skill or whatever it's under, awareness or tactics or whatever it'll be under, you can then find out, okay, it's a shotgun shell plus it's a blank.
Cool idea. So basically something like awareness, or actually, awareness and intelligence when you try to range find with a scope.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool feature.
When you're dumb as a rock, it takes you a really, really long time and it's inaccurate. But if you have high intelligence, it range finds quite quickly and accurately.
Ooh, another thing they could add to this is not only just intelligence, maybe weapon proficiency as well. Because how well you know that weapon will also determine how fast you recognize the bullet. Or what type of bullet is for that weapon.
I think the main problem...
It's a complex game.
No. It's a good idea, but my problem with that is the classifications. Right now, you have pistols, and that's basically 2 pistols. And one of those 2 pistols is a goddamn hand cannon, the deagle.
Yeah.
and everything else is a rifle.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, this would obviously be something for later game when there's a bunch of more types of weapons and different types of ammo.
We would need more weapon classification.
Yeah.
Assault rifle, SMG, shit like that. And I think that would actually be good because people would have to actually choose, what kind of a weapon they want to be proficient with. Not just take a rifle and you're proficient with 99% of the weapons in the game, for fuck's sake.
Continuing on, pickpockets is going to be coming. We already knew that, but they're just verifying it again. Explosive bullets will be in the game, even for the AK. And fake bullets, bullets you can rig to explode. So you can give these bullets to somebody and be like, there you go, buddy, you're good to go. And if they try to shoot it, it'll explode on them.
Slave, do you need any bullets maybe in game?
You know what? I do. I'll also give you some bullets and we can go target practicing.
Yeah. But yeah, the latter I think is an excellent idea.
I'm not accepting your bullets.
Oh. I think the latter is actually an excellent idea. You could actually plant them inside of police station tables and whatnot, or those little ammunition storage boxes. Imagine somebody coming, ooh, an M9 pistol, ooh, an M9 magazine, ooh,
and then you just walk up behind him and be like, please don't kill me, and then they'll be like, too late.
Yeah. Kaboom. I think that would be awesome.
They'll have binoculars coming. So that's good. I like that. I mean, unless you already have a scope.
Yeah, I usually use a scope.
Let's just assume that these are for the people who don't find a gun and a scope first, and then find the binoculars first. I still think it's a nice addition. Maybe they'll add things like night vision to it and thermal or whatever. They've done that in other games.
Honestly, I'm pissed off at the fact that there is already a fully functioning night vision goggles, and we cannot find them outside of events.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could add that to the game. Since it's already in the events, I think it should be added to the game. If that's pretty much what I think you're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
They will be indicators for weapon fire mode and the ammo left in the gun coming soon. Thank you. God, do you know how many times?
Yeah, I love the indicator of the firing mode, but I have also read that it's gonna start showing you how many bullets you have left.
I don't want that one.
Yeah, that I don't want either.
Yeah, but unfortunately that's what they say they're doing. Hopefully maybe there's like, either if any of you developers end up watching this, or if anybody brings this up to them, maybe make it to where the people who have their own server, or in the servers, you can choose either via people owning servers turning it off, or people in-game going to an options menu and turning that part off of the HUD. Maybe a setting to avoid that, because, I mean, if they're already doing it, they might keep it. And it may be sure if a lot of people say they want it changed, they will. But more often than not, some people are going to be like, no, I want to know how many bullets I have,
I mean, it would be cool as well for me, but for fuck's sake, open your inventory and check.
Yeah, but there's people who are gonna be like, I don't want to do that, and that's probably the majority, because there's a lot less non-hardcore players and realism players than there is hardcore and realism players. And that's
lazy asses, part. That's what they are.
Fireworks and crackers are coming for distraction.
Well, before we continue, I wanted to also state that I also do not like the explosive bullets. Not the, one you can...
Yeah, okay, the rigged ones.
Yeah, not the rigged ones, but the ones you actually shoot, and kaboom, kaboom, anything in their way.
Yeah, I don't know, that seems OP.
Exactly. The same thing why I don't like the idea of RPG.
I think you froze. Okay, I could see you continuing, but you definitely froze on my screen. I see your stream and you're still moving, but I guess while I wait for you, try leaving and coming back real quick. I'll do that too. Okay, sorry for the pause, guys. There we go. There we go. Didn't hear what you were saying. Also, I'm pretty sure you didn't hear what I was saying. So repeat.
Exactly. You were saying it's kind of OP, and I
Oh yeah.
said that's my main problem about it. It's the same reason why I don't like an idea of RPGs in the game. I mean, you can get one shot at as is by a regular fucking 9mm bullet, let alone an
Well,
explosive one. You know.
I think I'm gonna half disagree with this. I completely disagree with the explosive bullets because it makes no sense to have like. Don't get me wrong, explosive bullets are pretty cool in certain games. This one, however, even if it comes to the game, I'm probably going to use it just because I can and it's there, but I don't like it. I'd rather it be removed. I like the RPGs and stuff like that because if you're attacking somebody's base and you want to destroy it fast, it works for that. If you want to attack a mech, it works for that. Obviously,
And
if you want to be
very rare.
obviously if you want to be a tool and that too, you can shoot people with it as well. Now, the benefit of the downside of using this is it's also extremely loud. How fast will it fire is a question. And then, since you can find in any bunker and the airport, any bunker at the airport, you can generally find 95% of everything in the game. Literally. So I would make it to where you can only find it in the hardest places for the RPG and explosive bullets, because that's stuff that is gonna really up how fast you're gonna be able to, like, not just kill people, destroy people.
Then again, what's the point if a noob, somebody that has no skill like me, finds those bullets? If I won't even get a chance to use them because I'm already gonna get shot through the fucking head by a sniper or something, you know?
Hopefully, to counter grenades, the explosive weapons and stuff like that, they might add some Juggernaut outfit or explosive resistant gear, something that'll help with shrapnel or explosions to help dampen the blow. It's something that they've done in games like Call of Duty and other games. I think it's something that should be added to this because it's realistic. It really is there. Blast shield protection, etc. This would be a way to kind of try and even it out while still keeping everything fun and also adding some pretty cool gear into it.
Yeah, but how easily can you move those items on you?
Oh, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. There's some stuff that is less heavy, so it's about like medium. So picture it this way. There's stuff that's assault backpack, and then there's stuff that's hiker in terms of like, to differentiate the weight between them.
Yeah, I know, but still, I don't know.
Humans and animal traps are coming, and then animal handling / training, taming is coming, and they're going to be maybe letting you use the donkeys and horse to carry stuff, and a bear to protect you, and a chicken for egg source. So they're definitely having like what each animal does. They're going to have their specific skills, actions. What am I looking for? They're going to have specific roles. There we go. That they'll obtain on how you use them. Chest locks, lockpicking, and electronic lock set and password hacking is going to be talked about, so you will be able to add this to doors and your chests. Something you are excited about yourself and you want for fortifications and your chests. So now it's definitely confirmed there will be different versions of it. And then finally, the last thing on this list before we move on to the last one is they're maybe going to be adding flamethrowers and quote-unquote some crazy shit.
Wait,
the last one here.
A flamethrower is maybe, but explosive bullets are definite. Fucking really?
But yeah, that's it, dude. That's all I got for this list, so we can pull up the next one and kind of go off from that.
God.
You got that list pulled up, so feel free to go down the list.
Okay, so fixed the bug where Deagle magazine was not spawning. Bloody finally. Took a goddamn while, but oh well. I really want to know what the story behind this was. How the fuck do you forget to implement magazines for a weapon that's supposed to signify
there we go.
your 1 million sold copies?
Well, it was a bug. It was a bug. So it was something that happened that because they implemented it, a bug appeared. So it's not like they were just like, you know what? We're only going to put in half the work, and then they forgot about putting the ammo in itself.
I'm not saying they forgot it. I said literally what you just said
Yeah.
now. I want to know what the story behind it because it doesn't make any fucking sense, you know.
Okay.
Bloody hell. After that, the Deagle animations and montages updates, and Deagle animation and montage fine tuning. So, yeah,
It just works better now.
yeah, better animations, and I think the montages. What the hell would that be? Placement, maybe?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyways, after that, fixed a bug where items would disappear after relogging in single player. More on multiplayer down below.
Okay, so they fixed the single player part, but I really want it to be on multiplayer because that's happened to me a bunch.
Really?
Yeah. If you drop stuff and say like the server crashes or you leave the game or something like that, if it crashes, it's 100% confirmed it's gone. Keep talking. Much better. Thanks for talking. Anyways, bless myself. Now I'm not going to help. But anyways, yeah, it would happen about 50% of the time when logging off, and if it crashed, it would happen all the time.
Give me a second.
Okay. So while we wait, I will talk about random things that people have listed that they want added to the game or possibly just interested for a feature. One of them is the surrendering hands up feature, where you can actually put your hands up instead of just, saying you're going to give up and then somebody doing that. Also, being able to poison food and drinks. Handcuffs and zip ties added to the game, though handcuffs have been confirmed to eventually come into the game. Along with torture, as we've said previously before, whatever that entails. Remember, guys, what I'm saying right now is just what people have asked for, what they're asking for, what they want. This isn't confirmed. This is just to fill in the space while he's gone. Base building. People want things where you can safely store your loot and build it, is what they said. But we all know that you can actually do that in the game, and we'll be able to do that with fortifying bases and building chests. So this is more of something that I think they didn't really realize that was already happening or going to be happening in the game. They want flares in the game. I actually think that's a good idea because flares would be a cool way to run around if you didn't have a flashlight. Flashlights are also something that was mentioned, so you can different variations too, to where like they're brighter, less bright, different durability. So maybe one's broken and it's showing it really dim and a cracked like thing on the flashlight beam, versus if one's working fine, and different colored ones probably. Now, moving on from that, they want map markers and an ability to zoom in and out of the map. I think that's also a cool feature. And obviously, it's only going to work when you do have the map, because like they said, it will be removed eventually. One other person said, I would advocate for visual animations for injured characters, meaning visual bandages. So like you actually see yourself bandaging your arm. Bleeding effects, you can see the bleeding off your body. Blood-stained clothing, so blood will actually accumulate on your clothing the more you get on it. I agree with all of these. I definitely think it'd be great. It'd be a good addition to the game. Limping or a leg cripple, so leg braces for fast recovery. So they've already mentioned that you'll be able to take out one of your legs or arm, cause you to drop a gun or not, but maybe have a way to, like you said, put on braces to help you use your arm or leg, help you walk. Instead of just falling to the ground and not being able to move or have to crawl, it would be a great addition to actually be able to still walk, but albeit a little bit slower and with a limp. Or still be able to use your gun, but with more recoil than you normally would. But at the same time, still be able to use it if you have these bracers, Are you back now? Okay, so he's not. Slings for crippled arms, reduced accuracy for arm injuries, like I said, limited. Broken ribs, so shots to body armor may cause this, which would cause reduced stamina, wheezing on overexertion, and torso bandages. So again, a little bit more detail on being a medic would probably really help with this. Pain would be increased heart rate, so you hear it a little bit louder in your ears, lower accuracy. Then you could use the painkillers to counter this. And then after that, ballistic helmets to allow low caliber bullet deflection and can cause you to fall unconscious temporarily. So if a bullet hits it, it can actually knock you out by the force of the impact. These are all really fine details that this person has brought up, and I agree with all of them. I think they're all pretty cool additions to the game. And welcome back, Syntax. Okay, so that's it for the brief edition of what people have suggested for the game, and you feel free to continue.
Okay then. So fixed a bug where items would disappear after relogging. That's what we said. Okay, right. Removed Santa Claus clothes from spawning. Sorry, guys. Need to wait about 95 days for this one. But did they spawn?
I don't know.
I remember that the assets and everything was in game already.
Yeah.
They used it for a trailer, you know, that Christmas video before the game was even released. And I know that admins could spawn the item with commands, but I didn't know that it actually spawned in game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Disabled blue flash on item creation. So I guess when you would craft something, it will no longer flash. I don't know if it did flash.
I don't know either.
Okay then. After that, we have fixed loaded vicinity items not being auto-destroyed. Only single player fix, as only single player was affected. Some items were not destroyed as they should be. Now they will be destroyed. And this is what I also want to know. Fixed island wall gaps. No more freedom. Were we able to go fucking outside of the map?
There was a person who was able to do that, yes.
Bloody hell.
As you were saying?
After that, changed weight on bullet vest from 2 to 15 kilograms.
Okay.
So
It's
no longer
heavier.
gonna... Yeah, a lot heavier. And it does make sense. And that would be it.
Okay.
There is also one note from Flex regarding boxes and shelters disappearing in multiplayer. Through internal testing, we could not reproduce the bug, although we will continue to try to reproduce it further. Please keep in mind that it is possible that some chests and shelters were destroyed by other players.
Okay. Now, adding on to that, how long have we been streaming currently is the question.
1 hour, 12 minutes, 13 minutes.
Okay. So, we have the option of A, ending it here, which we can, but I also have more information that we could just go over, which is basically just what other people have suggested for the game. We could talk about the suggestions, what we think of these suggestions, and, you know, kind of have a little bit of a discussion at the end. No?
Tomorrow is my first day that I'm taking my daughter to kindergarten, so...
Okay, then we can save this for the next week, assuming there's nothing else that's going on, considering how everything's been. So for now, we'll actually call it here, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot more information and actually enjoyed listening to us talk. I know sometimes Syntax can ramble on, and, you know, we don't really want... I'm kidding. But thank you guys for stopping by. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like and a comment below what your favorite part is, what you learned, or what you want to learn, and I can try to search it up. Syntax definitely looks up information as well, so through that, we can try that. And also, don't forget to follow my Twitch, SlaveToTheGames, and then also follow Syntax Toxie's Twitch, because like we said, we stream Scum a lot recently this week. We both had some issues that we had to deal with, but we still looked up information. We still are interested in the game. We're still going to be doing it weekly and monthly, like we discussed before. Things will change, and we'll let you know when that happens. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys another time, probably next week. You guys have a nice day.
Also, before we stop,
okay,
I would just like to mention that for the charity event stream that I've been doing in Diablo 3, it is called Level with the Cause. Its founder is Wolfcryer, a mate of mine, and we actually managed to get the goal, which was 5,000 USD.
Nice.
Unfortunately, only $20 were donations to me, but oh well, I'm happy with something at least. I thought I would have zero, so there we go.
Going off from that, since we are bringing up events, November 3rd, I will be doing a 24-hour stream for Extra Life. Basically, what it is it's a charity for sick children, and for me, it's the closest hospital, which is El Paso, Texas, and everything I get donated to me that day will be donated to that hospital itself. I will not be accepting any donations for myself. I've had previously people ask me if they donate to the charity, can they also donate to me? And you can donate to me on any day but that day. I want that day to be completely about them. If you guys want to come hang out, I definitely appreciate that. I definitely encourage donations to them. I definitely encourage anything else that you want to do and donating to me as well, just not on that day. So thank you guys once again. I have nothing further I want to say. Do you, Syntax?
That's it.
Okay, so we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your time. I'm out.
Yeah, thanks and enjoy, folks.